What's up, everybody? I know it's been a while since I've done any videos. Haven't had a whole lot of time. Been going to school, and of course I do a lot of buying and selling as well, so it does take up a lot of my time. I also work a regular job, planning to open a business here pretty soon, so yeah, all my time's taken up. But anyways, let's get right to it. I got some mail in, obviously. Figured I'd get back into the game and do some mail call videos just to get the ball rolling again, but I also have some other videos coming out. I just recently went to Taiwan and Japan, and I still have a ton of videos to edit from previous trips. So look forward to those. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and let's get this ball rolling. If you like international G.I. Joes as much as I do, I think you'll appreciate this package that I just got in. I also got another one coming in, so this video will be kind of a two-part into one video. So let's see what we got. I could not find my knife, so I'm using scissors. This is always fun. There's like a crap ton of old tape on this box. Now, some of this, I believe, actually, I think this one item, I don't know, I might keep it. Anyways, this is Masters of the Universe. This box has definitely seen better days. You can see here. But I pretty much kind of got this on the cheap. It wasn't too expensive, and wow, this box is going to be interesting to try to get everything out. It does look like a huge mess. So these go to the Mamba. I did pick up, this is my second Mamba. Reason I got two, the other one had a broken part on it, and look at that, I already cut my finger. Isn't that nice? Didn't even notice. Shows how much I'm good at using knives anyways, and scissors or whatever I got. This is a Skyhawk. Like I said, everything in here is ruby floss. It's from Venezuela. If you're not familiar with the international Joes, this stuff has been really difficult to come by. Now, I've been picking up a decent amount over the last year or so. For a long time, there has been pretty much only one person that you can get this through, and he's kind of actually selling his stuff now. But this is coming from another person. The prices have been really good, so I've been able to actually pick up stuff. Over time, it's been really expensive trying to go through just one person, but since social media has opened up a bit more, we've been able to get a lot more items. So I'm not going to bother trying to put all this stuff together right now. But the main reasons for collecting the International Joes is a lot of this stuff has color variations. This is actually slightly different color than the US version. And some of my later videos that you'll be seeing, I'm going to be doing comparisons on all this. Give you a better idea of the differences in the colors. I'm going to do some pictures, so you guys will be able to see everything. But this is actually an incomplete Skyhawk. I got a pretty good deal on it. Believe it or not, the missiles that go on here are actually the same as the mail away for the US. Let's continue digging in here. Man, this is I could already I figured this is going to happen. This never fails when I buy stuff from another country. There's broken parts. So you can see I've already got a broken tab here. Hope you guys can see that. I'm kind of in a different setting here. I want to be able to do it in that room upstairs where most of my toys are, but it's a little bit difficult right now because we are considering moving a few units down because this place sucks, and I want to have a place that actually does not have carpet for once. Anyways, here's that Motu. I'm just a little bit concerned about how these things were packed in here. This is the Stridor. I don't I don't generally collect much Motu stuff, but this guess his legs are in here somewhere. But this piece is actually pretty cool. I think I'm gonna end up keeping a few of these. I do really enjoy some of that stuff, but I haven't bothered going after it. And it's cool to have the international stuff. Like I said, there's differences in colors in just about every toy line that they had released that was comparable to that of what we had in the U.S. And here's a Conquest. Once again, I'm sure I'm going to run across more broken parts. It always happens. When you're getting stuff from another country, it's bound to happen. Things get mishandled, or they possibly don't get packed very well. Like this is all right, I suppose, as far as packing goes. I just hope that not everything has issues. This stuff is really hard to come by. The difference with this one, of course, is you'll see. I haven't compared to the color of the actual shell, but the bombs. There's a couple of bombs on this that are a different color. They're actually red instead of all of them being yellow like the U.S. I think that the other U.S. bombs that are the different ones with the reds, I think is gray in U.S. We'll see. We'll get to that in just a minute. This box, oh man, there's like foam everywhere. My cats are gonna have a field day with this, and they already are. Look at that. Didn't take long. Yeah, thank you, sir. Let's see, some more parts for the Mamba. I believe the glass is actually different on here as well. I mean, it's plastic, but the window basically, I think, is actually a different red color than the U.S. release. The body itself, which is right here, I'm kind of trying to get to it. It's just that everything is kind of packed a little bit oddly here, so it's hard to get everything out. But here's the rest of the Mamba. This actually, it's kind of weird how this thing sets up anyways. You can separate the pieces. They're kind of like flight pods. But let me continue here. I've actually, looks like these are some more Mamba parts. I've got a parts lot. Here's some more Strider parts. There is, the pilot is actually here for one of the vehicles, which is funny. I don't think that vehicle is actually in here. I just happen to have the pilot for it, but he's a Phantom pilot. Let's see. Some of these parts do actually go to the Phantom. There's a whole bunch of little parts in here. I'll kind of sort through that a little later. I don't need to worry about doing that on here. I'm just going to give you guys an idea. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell what everything is in here. And I see the cannon to the Slugger. This I'm trying to remember. Oh, okay, this goes to the Pulverizer. This is the a Battle Force 2000 vehicle. My buddy was kind enough to actually give this to me. I'm not a huge fan of the Battle Force 2000 stuff. I do have some of it, but it's just not a line that I really got into per se. So, well, that's weird. There's like something shoved in here. I don't know why. It's kind of strange. There's like paper or something in here. But anyways, it was very kind of him to give this to me, and I'm sure that there is differences between this and of course the U.S. release. And I have some of the Arican ones, which are Mexico. Yeah, this is not a very big box. It's surprising that how much stuff that he fit in here. But this looks like it's unbroken. The one that I have upstairs actually has a broken missile tab right here. And no, I spoke too soon. This is, I mean, the missiles will still be able to go on here, but I do still have, kind of looks like that's repaired maybe? I don't know. There's still a couple of broken tabs on this one. This stuff's really hard. It's really tough. I mean, luckily I've been getting good prices on it. It's just that this stuff, it's very rare. And I always hope to get complete and unbroken items. But my friend looks out for me, gives me good prices, so I can't really complain. And I guess I got another Mamba. I can't even remember half the stuff that I got. Here's another Mamba. So I I will use whichever one is better. This one, this has another broken missile tab right here. You can see it sticking out here on the bottom, broken off on the top. That's exactly the same as the one that I have upstairs. This is a common occurrence on this because it's so, the plastic is very fragile. Of course, over time this stuff wears down. And here is I got a triple T and I got a slugger in here. Now a lot of this stuff from Ruby Plus in Venezuela, the white colors, the kind of grayish colors, sometimes they're different. This of course has some wear to it. Actually kind of looks neat with the wear, almost like gives it like a rust effect. But the usually you'll notice that the greens are different than that of the US. I don't have the US stuff down here. Like I said, I'm going to do some later videos where I do compare this stuff. For now, this is just a mail haul. But this has this was a gift, I think. I can't remember. I can't remember if I even paid for this one or not. But anyways, it's a cool piece, and one unique thing about this, I have no idea why, but they came with Canadian stickers. I don't know if you can see that on there, but there's a Canadian sticker on here. Maybe once when I get my production level up, I can zoom in on stuff and you can actually see things. Which, like I said, when I do these later videos, I'll be able to do something like that. I'll have my other camera set up. I got more than one tripod at least. Now here's the Slugger. This is one of my favorite vehicles. Reason being is that the camouflage in all these other countries that this vehicle was released in, it's all of them are totally different. Venezuela has a really cool coloring to it, where I mean the US you're going to see in a later video that it's actually darker. It's a really cool piece, and it's something that's easy to collect for. And I'm assuming the gun is in one of these baggies, but there's a little gun that goes here, and I also got a cover that goes on here too. So hopefully that's here. Sometimes it comes in another box, but it's no big deal. He always hooks me up. You see, and these are more parts. Yep, like I said, this is actually the back of the Slugger. So I'm gonna have to take this Slugger apart and put this in, as well as the cannon. Those actually go on the inside when you assemble it. And here's a broken gun. This I know is the gun that he had originally showed me, but I ended up picking up another one. That's also something else that's different on each of these is the color of the gun. They look totally different. Some are dark, some are light in color. And here's this is the cover that goes on the Slugger. So this is complete. That's how I purchased it. I'm pretty happy to get that and add that to my collection, even though I have more than one. I don't really need another one, so I may end up letting one go. I don't think I need to sit here and army build a lot of this stuff. It's just too costly, even though I'm army building a lot of stuff that is costly. It's not smart of me. I should be doing that anyway. But these are all a bunch of bombs. Most of this stuff actually goes to the Mamba. I know I see some broken stuff in here, and I hate seeing broken stuff. But it is what it is. This goes to the Conquest, which is right here. Got some more parts in here. This is actually, what's rattling around in here? There's a bunch of little parts in here anyways. This doesn't look too bad. This I would assume had broken parts on it, because it's actually a very small vehicle, and these parts are really easy to break. There's some really random parts in here, but I will have to go through and check all this stuff at a later time. I don't want to drag this video out too much, but it looks like, I believe I got this complete. This is the Silver Mirage, by the way. I believe the greens are the only thing that are different on here. I don't think that this gray is different. It might be. This is something I'm going to have to take a look at. I'll definitely compare this to the US release and see I haven't had one. This is actually my first Silver Mirage coming from Venezuela. So hopefully it's different. That would be kind of cool. But we'll see. These are just parts in here for it. That's something I'll have to dig out and put together later. Putting this stuff together too it can be time consuming, but it's fun. I feel like a kid again. These are also more parts, and it looks like I've got some blueprints in here. And this is a bunker. I wish I could show this to you guys put together. I mean, I can always include a picture somewhere on here, and you guys can see what the bunker looks like put together. But there's actually the red bombs in here for the. So we'll open this. There's the red bombs in here for the conquest, and give you an idea what you what I'm referring to. But yeah, this is not. Let's see. Here we go. Basically, I know it's a different color in the U.S. I can also probably include another picture on here, and then you guys can see what I'm talking about. But I am going to do a later video on the Conquest. I do have several releases of this vehicle, so hopefully the European release is different than the Venezuelan and the U.S. So I could do a much cooler video. But yeah, anyways, these are a bunch of parts in here, and like I said, this is terrible. The bunker is in here, and I'm not 100% sure if this is different than the U.S. The base and the color of it does look the same. And here's the base of it, and then basically the bunker goes on here. I can kind of give you let me see. Like it would go on here. But it does, it's really hard to say. It does look like it's more of a blue-gray maybe, but that's something, again, I'm going to have to figure out. This is another item that I have never had or owned as far as Ruby Plus goes, so this is new to me. But I do love comparing things, so that would be cool. This is something I always have to make sure to do, is thoroughly dig through the boxes, because small parts fall out of things. But that looks like most of it here. I've got more than enough of these. I don't think I have anything else, but like I said, there's going to be another clip added to this one, which is another package that's also in this same lot, where I have more items coming in. You'll see like a moray, like all of them are, anyways, all of them are Ruby Plus. So you'll see those when they come in. I've got some cool boxes with them, and I'm actually looking more forward to the next box, and hopefully there's nothing broken in there. I end up with 3 of these, and 2 of them are broken, so they're completely useless to me, but maybe they'll display well. I'll have to maybe glue on the bombs or something. I have no idea. But anyways, until the next clip, have fun, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? This is the second part of this video. As you can see, I'm wearing something different. I've been waiting on this box to come in. This finally showed up earlier in this week, but because I've been working so many hours, I've got school, I've got a lot going on, so I haven't had any time, and actually found my knife. I was just kind of playing with it, and the blade came out, so hopefully I don't cut my finger this time. And I'm hoping that this box doesn't have anything damaged inside. I don't know how much he sent me on this one, but let me get this out of the way. Let's see. I know he's got another box coming, so this definitely isn't the only one, and this is really weird. They pack things so oddly. Why is there cardboard small boxes attached to it? This is literally just a... Oh, this is weird. I'm hoping that there's nothing wrong. Looks like it was kind of glued in here. Yep. It was kind of glued in. It looks like this is, it'll stay in there. I may have to glue this. I mean, display wise it's fine. I didn't pay that much for it. By comparison, I got a really good deal. This is actually an expensive item, one of the kind of more difficult items to come by as far as ruby plaza is concerned in Venezuela. You can see this is actually like a really nice white. In the US this is actually gray, so it's a really cool piece to have. This is kind of, I wouldn't say it's on a grail list of mine, but it was pretty far up there. I wanted this from another person, but the prices were just a little bit steep, so I kind of had to pass on that. But finally I got one. It is complete, so all the parts are probably in here somewhere. These were, it's kind of maybe hard to see, but hopefully it focuses in. These were a gift from my buddy, so I think these are mostly just parts in here. I don't think that these are 100% complete, but I mean I could piece them together over time. It's not a big deal. I mean he's a really nice guy, and he's been giving me stuff that he comes across that maybe are really cheap or missing parts, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. So I got a bag full of empty bags. That's a good one. But this box, oh man, like I said, I think that the packing materials that they have down there are very limited. So I get a lot of strange stuff. This is another really cool item here. I have one in my collection. I picked this up, even though it does have like some repairs to it, or broken parts, I think. It's not in the best shape, but it's actually still kind of difficult to come by. I want to say, I think he said that the propeller on the top, something was broken on here if I'm not mistaken, but it doesn't look like anything's, oh right here actually. So basically the propeller piece was broken on here. I took it anyways. It's another difficult item to find. It's another item in Venezuela that has a clear difference. These are actually a bright neon green, whereas the one that's in the US is more of a, I guess like a deeper green color. So it's a cool piece. I'll just keep having him hunt for propellers, basically. That's it. I think that was the only issue with this one. So at least that's what it looks like. I don't see any other problems with it. So these are a common issue where the tabs on here break. There's a tab that connects this piece, and these little tabs break all the time. So if you do end up getting anything from other countries, even Brazil, the swamp fire is different down there. They have the Python swamp fire. We didn't get in the US. Make sure to check out the tabs that are on the floating device part of this. The legs, basically. Let's see what else we got. And I believe, I think I've got one already, but it was missing parts as well. And I know that this is in the same boat, so I'm kind of using this as a parts donator in a way, because there were some parts on here I needed. It is a bit of a large piece, and I can already see some broken tabs on here, but it's just a shell for the most part, with a few parts that I could use, which I should have just had him strip off from here, because clearly this thing's seen better days. But I needed a seat belt. I needed the guns on the inside of here, which are both here. That's one of the main reasons I got this. Now, as far as I know, the differences on here, of course, are the glass, and I think the neon might be a little bit brighter, but I'll have to take a look. I haven't really compared this one yet, just because I haven't had all the parts for it. So I believe I got a moray in here as well, which I'm hoping it's a box upgrade. There's a lot of paper in here, and it doesn't look like the box is too nice, because there's some stuff, like stuff is jammed into it, and I'm hoping it doesn't all fall out in here. Yeah. Look much nice. Oh, look, there's all the parts for the Phantom X19. I got most of the parts in here. There's a couple of moray pieces in here as well. But I hate it when I see the stuff packed in like this because it causes the box to bow out. You can see the master. But yeah, here's the moray, which this piece is definitely loose. I'll have to figure that out later, but this is I don't think there's really any difference between this one and the US version. Another one that I have to compare, I do already have one of these complete, so I'm not concerned. I mainly got it because this box was actually in better shape than mine. Mine's kind of falling apart, but it does kind of stink because the way it was packed, it caused this box to bow out. But I mean, I can fix it. I can just put something on top. I'll show you guys the box here in just a second, and then I do have a Motu item here. As you can see, I have Battle Cat. Now, there's actually differences on a lot of the toy lines that are released over there. It's maybe kind of hard to see on camera, but the stripes on the Battle Cat are a little bit of a different shade and color, and they're also kind of a different pattern. So a lot of times their quality control wasn't the best, or they did things differently. So it's really cool to collect stuff from other countries. But yeah, I like Motu, except for some of this stuff will be going to a buddy of mine. So he's definitely the Motu guy. He deals with the Motu, but yeah, let me close this over here. I will have to lay something on top to fix it, but otherwise it's not that bad overall. It's alright, it's better than mine. I did have a really nice box, but I ended up letting that one go. So I will have to sit something on top of here to make this flat again, but you can see the back of the box. It is cool. I do like having anything from Ruby Plus that's the boxes, because the boxes are usually destroyed or really hard to find. Most countries are that way. It's just getting more difficult to find the boxes for these. I don't think I have anything else in here. I will take a look, but so I got like I'm not even sure. This was kind of in there, but I don't know what that is. So you guys can write in the comments down below. Maybe you know what this is if you can see it. I'm not huge. If it's anything Motu, I'm not really like super knowledgeable on Masters of the Universe stuff. I believe that was everything that was in the box, so it does look like it. I have some more stuff coming in soon, and I will work on more videos.